right to head down to New Orleans for Super Bowl 58. It's NFC Championship time. Taken at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Starting the drive with Algier. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Zacchaeus here hauling it in. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Algier will try to pick it up. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Complete to Zacchaeus. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he'll get nothing out of that one. A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman, and he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Foreman. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After the run by Foreman, here's 1st and 10. Now Jones has this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Throwing Jones. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a Giants first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Throwing on first down. Jones. He's got Bellinger. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. No score after one on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his left, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Daniel Bellinger, 11-yard touchdown. And the Giants have struck first in this NFC title game. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop? Offense feeling their momentum that they've generated and turning into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and you got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. A 10-play drive that time, and it was finished off with a touchdown by Daniel Bellinger. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. His throw incomplete.
So many offense want to put their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
In every game, we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here's Jackson. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
You can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. They run again with Foreman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run with Foreman. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Jones keeping it on the sneak. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Well, you just totally get the sense there that a field goal was not in the game plan at all.
And the boys up front, they created the surge. I think they knew that they had the leverage advantage.
Oh, that's a great point there. Being able to get lower than the defensive front, create just enough space. And I love when those quarterbacks get low and slide in there and get it done.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first-half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And here now come the Falcons. And one thing we haven't pointed out yet, probably should, you got a dome team on the road, January, cold weather. How tough is that, or is that something that really shouldn't come into play?
Well, it shouldn't come into play, but let's face it, you've been a dome team all year, used to controlled environment. You need to get yourself outside a little bit for practice during the week, and that's what most of these teams do, because just because they play in a dome doesn't mean they don't have bad weather outside to work in. So they can do that, get their guys acclimated, and then that way, it takes it all away when you get to game day in a foreign place.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll look to throw again. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, he's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Here's Jackson to return. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's in his own 2nd quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the 2nd half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Giants about set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year, and they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. Off play action. Jones. He finds his man. It's Robinson. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Here's Foreman. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. A carry for Foreman, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Flush to his right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further. They picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering.
Now a hit and a loose football. And who's got it? The Giants! And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Well, we're in the 3rd quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Jones. Touchdown, Giants! Scotty Miller, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Giants continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Well, something about this team just felt like they were one of destiny all season long. And they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. Gano now to add the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was concluded on the touchdown pass to Scotty Miller. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Atlanta now coming out on the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now the first play, and the drive there is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Kayvon Thibodeau able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there is just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. On the return, Jackson. The good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And they will take over first and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals, just something magical about breaking that barrier.
He's right there on the doorstep now. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Now Foreman. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second-half blowout material. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
And some room to roam now. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. On the ground with a tight end. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3. Up the middle they go. Foreman. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Foreman. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. The carry here for the big tight end. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Jones now to throw on third down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing third down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are closing in on Super Bowl berth now as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course. that's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
Gano for the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30. So that was a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Falcons offense set to go. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Second and 3. And that is incomplete here. Trying to find Tyler Algier out of the backfield. And it's 3rd and short. Back to throw. Setting up the screen. Here's Algier. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Again, he'll drop to throw. Going for the deep ball. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 41-yard line. They'll set up to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Dumps this one off to Algier. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. They'll set up a throw. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. But not only is this defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one. And even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
Get out the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Atlanta regains possession of the football. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Into the hands of London. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Ritter and London team up there. First down, Atlanta. On play action, they'll throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, and that would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll drop the throw. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. On 2nd down now. Crocker, and he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. And they get to hoist the Hollis